Hi, it's Louise Abada with Spectrum Realty Services, and we're here at Black Cat Espresso Bar on Rosemount. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Becky Pimsicle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got that right. I just want to make sure I got the last name right. And
Becky Pim, but we go
Becky
by Pimsicle.
Pimsicle, okay.
We're Pimsicles.
So Becky's got a really interesting business that she has just recently, I think, rolled out.
Yep.
And it's casting. And I'm just going to let you go because there's so much to this business.
All right, so I do life casting, and life casting is where I take a mold to make a 3D copy of whatever I want. I did start with dog paws, so as you can see, this is one of them. But we are not limited to just dog paws. We do humans, we do pets, we do humans that are alive, we do humans that have passed away, along with pets that have passed away. I do a lot of vet clinic visits where I do the pet after it has been deceased, and we do everything from botanical castings. Honestly, it is just something I've gotten into that is not showing a sign of stopping, of trying stuff.
Well, I think part of it came from, you said you started looking at bereavement casting.
Yes.
This is something new here, but it's something that is normal. I'm going to say normal in other countries in the world, right?
Yeah. So when I got into the life casting, I started looking at different people's Instagrams, and I came across a lot in the other countries where they did a lot of bereavement castings, and I just was blown away by these. And when I would learn about the stories, a lot of the casters have where they post the bereavement castings with a background story, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And I've always wanted to make death more of a beautiful experience than a sad one, a celebration of life. So of course I was very interested in that. And last year, 2 Christmases ago, there was a suicide in my family friend circle, and I reached out to see if I could do this for them, and it turned out that they did allow me. And it was actually someone I had known since he was a little boy. He was 30 when he passed away, and it was at that moment that I kind of felt this is what you should be doing. It's when you give it back to them, that's where the heartwarming comes, because when you first do the casting, you're at their weakest moments. But then when 2 months has passed and it's time to give them the finished piece, you start to hear the amazing stories about that person, and they've had time to adapt to them being gone. And it's just a really emotional, beautiful moment where I'm kind of invited into
their world.
Yeah. And I just can't wait for it to grow.
It sounds like it's also like a form of therapy for the family, right?
Yes.
Because you're able to sort of give them something to literally hold on to.
Yes. Yes. So we, most of the time we do a hands that are crossed. Stories that I've heard where, the sky is so beautiful and they just put it up at the window and they just hold their husband's hands and just reminiscent thoughts and all that kind of stuff. The amount of help that it has provided with the grieving aspect has been huge, and that's something that I'm really trying to put out there, because when I tell people that I do this, no one's ever heard of it, ever. No one's ever heard it. It's and everyone's like, okay, but then when you're able to get a little story out there about how it helps somebody.
You're an independent if you wanted somebody to do this for you, for somebody that has passed away, you can be called upon and should be allowed into the funeral home to do this. Like
once they give me the okay, they can call the funeral home, to which then as soon as they get that call, I can liaison with the funeral home. There's no need for the family to be involved at all. I'm completely on my own at that point.
Okay, that's great. So
if they want to be there for
Right.
the process, they can. Sometimes they will want to get their hand with them.
right.
So we can do that, but I can also take the hand and we can recast it after. So I went to the States and I took a course in all of this. So I learned how to make a master or a mother mold.
Okay.
So I can recast the same hand unlimited times.
100 times.
So if there was a brother and the sister and the mom, they can
Oh,
all
wow.
come in and do their own casting with that hand.
Oh, this is a new level. This is a
Yeah.
new service,
Yes.
so to speak. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's great because that'll help keep that a little more affordable for you being able to go in as an independent contractor. I'm going to say into the funeral homes to do that
Yeah.
service is great.
Yeah.
That you can do it multiple times. So going on to the multiple casting of the master cast, on a brighter side, not that this is a bad thing. I'm just saying,
No.
it's a heavy topic. But on the lighter side, you were also mentioning that you just you had a client who the son is having his communion.
Yes.
So you did the centerpiece. So,
Yeah,
So,
so-
what did you do?
So we casted his hands in a praying form, and then it will be the centerpieces on the table for the communion.
Well, you're
So-
going to have people fighting over that one. You're
I know,
You're gonna
I
be
know.
getting a second order
I know.
after it's done. Watch.
I know, but also where it was great to learn doing the mother molds is that, when a baby is born, being on a brighter side, and so as a thank you gift, the parents have gotten the little baby foot recasted.
Right.
So I make like 50 copies, everybody that was at the shower, and they get a little magnet of the baby foot.
Oh.
And that's really, really cute. The babies, oh my gosh, they're really, really sweet.
Right. So there's going to be a link to Becky's going to link to her Instagram page, and what else you got? Facebook.
We got Facebook. I have a page, Le Faux Pas, which is kind of like where it all started. I wasn't going to touch anything but paws, but it's kind of turned into the creative side. But then we started the PIM Life Casting and Sculpture, and that is our more professional page where everything is kind of released on a more professional level in the business side. But the Le Faux Pas is definitely the fun behind the scenes now.
Right. So part of this link will have details to all your different media accounts, and people can check out all the different stuff that you've done, which sounds very interesting.
It's so
and
much
I can
fun.
see the light on your face. Is
I just want to go cast.
That was
I'm plastered.
So you said that you moved on to different things. So you did plaster, but now you're doing silicone.
We're doing silicone. I work with plastic, so I can make. I'm making paw keychains, and they're indestructible. Also, if there's sometimes with the bereavement pieces, like if it's a very young child where it's just kind of loose, it's nice to have it in not that plaster is going to break or anything, but you never know what could happen. So that's a little bit of an insurance piece as well.
Yeah. So if people wanted to connect with you, the best way is to reach out through Facebook or Instagram?
We have through Instagram. We have our website, or not. Our website is kind of in the works still. We don't know what direction we're going in, so we're just going to give it a little bit more time to fall organically into that mode. But we have our email and our number on the Instagram page.
Excellent.
At Pymls, Pymls.
Okay. So something I like to ask everyone is, so what is your favorite place in Weston?
My favorite place, to be honest, I also have a grooming shop on Weston Road. And I have to say the corner is my most favorite place. In all of my career, I have never met a more neighboring neighborhood. I've never felt so welcomed. I've never known so much about people, and a real sense of community. We're all there for each other. We're very helpful. They're friends. I just feel very blessed to have gone and met so many amazing people. And you know, during the summertime, there's always the barbecue out, and and just it's just such a beautiful community. And times I don't even leave work, and they always come and visit me. And I'm just this little crazy girl who's constantly bringing out new things that I'm doing. They're always the first to hear and see what I'm doing. And
They want to check it out.
They love it.
What's Becky doing now?
Exactly.
Very
and
cool.
They're no longer surprised about anything.
Well, that'll be another interview for another day. We'll come into the retail location, and for dog grooming services, I've heard nothing. You had some really excellent reviews online, and people that we know also love it. And that's just south of. It's on Jane Street. No, just on Weston, just south of Jane Street, right?
Yep.
So that was
Weston. Right now we're
Minster.
having Weston Minster, played on words, with the Westminster Dog Show.
That's cool.
I actually have a TikTok that I'm doing through that. On TikTok, I am Snip Doggy Dog.
Wow.
Having a lot of fun with that.
And we saw pictures of the snouts though. You can do snouts. I saw the dog snout.
Yes.
So, but the dog was had not passed.
Yes.
So how did you do that?
Previously, it's always been after they have passed away. But right now, there's constantly new things coming out. Basically, I will hold their head, do a little, and then it's like a one.
And that's it.
And then I wait for it to harden. I can't touch it. I can't do anything. And then I pour the concrete or whatever product I'm using at the time. Like I said, I'm still working on it. But I have amazing clients that do allow me to try a lot of stuff. I'm not going to say too much, but I have been able to extend it to their whole face.
Wow. Okay.
So we're still working on that. And because of my daughter, she's a student at Etobicoke School of the Arts, the most amazing artist, visual, along with everything else. So we're actually we're working on actually making almost like a taxidermy style,
right?
But plaster and alive.
That's very cool.
So we're really what we're doing right now. We're doing a lot of things that have never even been done ever. So I know we didn't even talk about placentas, but
that was another one. Yep.
So
and just a casting of it. It's not the actual encasing of it into the sculpture.
We take the placenta and we make a mold of the placenta. But the amazing thing about it is that we can take the umbilical cord and we can actually manipulate it so it brings out all the veins, which actually comes out like the tree of life. Like it literally, we no longer look at trees anymore
the same way.
Like actually my daughter said, like, I cannot wait till spring and the leaves start coming out because she's so sick of looking at placentas everywhere.
That's funny.
But it's true. Like once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
We're doing a lot of brand new ideas here, and people are either in love with it, on the fence, or completely like no. But we're just going to keep pushing through everything and putting it out there, and it will definitely catch on.
Oh yeah. I can see that for sure. So wow, that's so exciting.
It is. It really is.
Oh, well, congratulations on your this venture.
Well, thank you.
It sounds like it's going to be a blast.
Oh, it's so much fun. Get plastered.
That's a great tagline. Yeah. So thank you. It's been an honor.
Thank
It's been
you,
a pleasure
Louisa.
interviewing you
Oh,
today.
it's been so much
I love
fun.
it. That was a lot of fun. So check it out.
Thank you.
Bye.